CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns, three of the most influential names in the modern WWE history. Their paths have been intertwined for over a decade, and now, as we head towards WrestleMania 41, their story is more relevant than ever. From Punk's role in the Shield's formation to his shocking return and the tension that followed, this story is filled with betrayals, alliances, and unanswered questions, and perhaps the biggest one of all. What exactly does CM Punk want from Paul Heyman? To fully understand this rivalry, we need to go back to 2012. At the time, CM Punk was a WWE champion and arguably the most talked about superstar in the industry. He was aligned with Paul Heyman, and according to Punk himself, he pitched the idea for forming a faction with Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Cassius Ohno, better known as Chris Hero.
Needed was guys to work with, I was always looking towards the future. So the idea of the Shield was that simple. I need guys to work with, for good or for bad. Whether I like them, whether I hate them, whether I'm going to wind up having personal problems with them. I need talented individuals to work with, or I have nobody to work with in the future.
WWE ultimately replaced Ohno with Roman Reigns, and at Survivor Series 2012, the Shield made their debut, attacking Ryback and allowing Punk to retain his title. This moment not only introduced three future megastars, but also planted the seeds for a long and complicated relationship between Punk and the Shield. As the time went on, Punk's alliance with Paul Heyman began to crumble, and his relationship with the Shield deteriorated. By the end of 2013, Punk found himself at odds with the trio, leading to multiple matches against them. In one of his most impressive victories, he defeated all three members of the Shield in a 3-on-1 handicap match at TLC from 2013. Shortly after, he scored a single win over Seth Rollins on Raw. However, things took a turn for the worse at 2014 Royal Rumble when Kane, working for the Authority, eliminated Punk after interference from the Shield. That was the last time Punk competed in WWE before walking out, leaving behind unfinished business with both Rollins and Reigns. While Punk was gone, both Roman and Seth evolved into dominant forces in the industry. Rollins shocked the world by betraying the Shield in 2014 and aligning with the Authority. Meanwhile, Reigns became the face of WWE, a process that was slow at first but ultimately led to his reign as a tribal chief. Then came Survivor Series 2024. In a moment that nobody saw coming, CM Punk returned to WWE after nearly a decade away. The crowd erupted, but not everyone was happy, especially Seth Rollins. Cameras captured Seth flipping off Punk, screaming at him, and being held back by security. This wasn't just for a show. Rollins had spent years carrying WWE, and to see Punk walk back in after everything he had said felt like a slap in the face. The tension between them was undeniable, and it seemed like a dream match was inevitable. In fact, the original plan for WrestleMania 40 was CM Punk versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. However, an unfortunate injury sidelined Punk, forcing a change of plans. Despite his injury, Punk remained as a central figure in WWE. Punk's 2024 journey also saw him embroiled in a feud with Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins kept a close eye on Punk's plans, even getting involved as a special guest referee for the match at SummerSlam 2024. After an intense rivalry, Punk took a brief hiatus from WWE, only to return on November 22 during Friday Night SmackDown, where he was revealed as a reinforcement for the original bloodline, ahead of Survivor Series.
It's going to be 5 versus 5. Here we go! CM Punk, number 5 for the original bloodline! Not asleep! Could this be changed?
Despite his differences with the tribal chief, Punk played a key role in the brutal match, helping them secure the victory. Just days later, Seth Rollins returned, reigniting his unfinished business with Punk. This led to a match being scheduled for the first ever Monday Night Raw on Netflix. The highly anticipated showdown delivered an intense main event when Punk emerged victorious. However, their rivalry was temporarily put on hold as both superstars focused on winning the 2025 Royal Rumble. Here is where Roman Reigns re-entered the equation in a heated battle between the two former Shield members. Punk shockingly eliminated both. However, he was soon eliminated too by Logan Paul. This left Roman out for action for a few weeks, causing him to miss Elimination Chamber. During this period, Punk and Rollins reunited their feud. Rollins ultimately derailed Punk's hopes of main event in WrestleMania. Furious, Punk returned on Raw the following Monday, leading to another chaotic brawl with Rollins. This led to a steel cage match being booked for Madison Square Garden, an opportunity to settle their differences once and for all. On March 10th, both superstars delivered a brutal main event when it seemed like Rollins will finally put an end to his rival. The Tribal Chief made his shocking return, seeking revenge for the Royal Rumble incident. Roman attacked Rollins using his own finishing move. Heyman, trying to assist Punk, angered the OTC, leading an attack to Punk as well. The tension finally reached its boiling point on March 21st when SmackDown took place in Bologna. The three men exchanged heated words.
Talk about some facts. Big Chief, Grimace, neither of you have ever beaten me without the other one's help.
Making it clear that they all wanted revenge at WrestleMania. Just a week later in London, the contract was signed, making the match official. CM Punk had finally achieved his childhood dream, main eventing WrestleMania. But one question remains. What is the favor that Paul Heyman owns to CM Punk?
But that's not the favor that I'm owed.
Let me know in the comments, what do you think Punk's endgame is, and what exactly does he want from Heyman? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more wrestling content. The story is far from over.